Brought to you by GatewayCitySavers.com.
In or Out with Jim Hanifan and Rick Venturi, exclusively on 101ESPN.com. Now your host, Brian Stull.
Welcome back to 101ESPN.com with Jim Hanifan and Rick Venturi. I'm Brian Stull for this week's edition of In or Out. Rick, I'll start with you. The past 4 years, San Diego Chargers have gone to the postseason by winning the AFC West. They're currently 2-3 and in last place. Are you in or are you out that the Chargers still win the West?
No, I'm in. I mentioned in my column, I think that the San Diego Chargers are a 747 with a hole in it. If they patch the hole, they're going to fly to the top, and I'm sure they will. They're great offense, great on defense. Right now they have an unusual amount of bad plays on special teams. I think they'll get that fixed. The division isn't great. Kansas City's still an unknown to people, even though they're winning. I like them to win it.
All right, Hanny, how about you? In or out that the Chargers still win the AFC West?
Oh, I'm in. I believe the Chargers, I think they got an outstanding coaching staff headed up by Norv Turner. I think going back to what Coach said, but what Coach Venturi said about the biggest problem they've had has been the special teams. Coach, a very good friend of mine, is the special teams coach. He's been an outstanding special teams coach. He's going to get that thing straightened out. And I'll tell you what, offensively, hey, they've got their left tackle back now. They're even going to be better than what they've been, and they're awfully good.
All right, topic number 2. I love this one as I sit between two former coaches. When a team gets off to a slow start, traditionally as the San Diego Chargers have done, are you in or are you out that this is completely on the coaches for not having the team ready? Hanny.
Hey, I'm out on that one for crying out loud. Hey, that's ridiculous. You're going to blame it on the coaches. I disagree with that. I mean, they're working their ass off. Hey, when you lose games like they've lost, I put it on the players. I put it on the players. Now, as a coach, you always take it on yourself. Particularly I know how Norv is, that he's going to say, it's my fault. I didn't get him ready, blah, blah. Hey, well, that's a bunch of hogwash, because the bottom line is the players got to get out there and they got to perform. And eventually what happens, they finally get off their ass because they see this possible disappointing season happening, and they have their own pride. So now they'll get it straightened out, and boy, oh boy, they got the talent, and they'll get it going.
All right, Rick, how about you? In or out that this is on the coaching staff?
Well, I got to maintain my coaching dues here. So, no, I'm out, period, on that. Because, unfortunately for the Chargers, Norv has one kind of moniker that he gets known for, and that's poor starts, and I think it's just ironic. I don't think it has anything to do with him. Also, I'm with Hanny in that this is a player issue, but also it's an organizational issue. This team chose not to redo Vincent Jackson, who's their #1 receiver. They chose to to underplay the McNeil issue, and they've had some injuries, and the injuries I think have really hurt the special teams. Merriman, English. And a couple other linebackers have really diminished the special teams, because I think you can really isolate their problems down to those things.
Final topic here, the Chargers during the offseason, they let LT walk. He goes to the New York Jets. They go in favor of Ryan Matthews, who they draft. Thus far on the season, Matthews has 218 yards on 43 attempts. LT, however, 435 yards on 76 carries. Rick, in or out that the Chargers made the wrong decision on letting LT go?
I'm out on that one. Despite my respect for Tomlinson and what he's doing, I think that deal was good for everyone. It was good for LaDainian, it was good for the Chargers, and it was good for the Jets. It was exactly what the Jets needed, but also the Chargers had to go on. And the statistic is skewed because Norv runs a 3-rotation back system, and also Ryan Matthews, who's been nicked, will be a great player, the kid out of Fresno. So I think that the Chargers are fine. They lead the league in offense by a mile, so it's really not an offensive issue with them. Again, I think that particular deal was really good for all parties.
How about you, Hanny? In or out, Chargers made the right call there?
Oh, I'm out. I think that they did make the right call. I think that, and I'm like what Rick said, hey, I'm a fan of LaDainian Tomlinson. I think he's a great, great player, but they drafted Matthews #1. He is a great player. He's going to be an outstanding player. He's been nicked up a little bit. He's going to go on to be really what they want. And, hey, they're leading the league, the NFL, in total offense. That's without the Vincent Jacksons and the left tackle, who's now finally back, and a nicked up Matthews. These guys they're very, very good.
That's going to do it for this edition of In or Out. Don't forget pregame tomorrow at 9 o'clock right here on 101 ESPN and 101ESPN.com. For Rick Venturi, Jim Hanifan, I'm Brian Stull, and we are out.